At the beginning of the year, problems with synthetic marijuana in Dallas skyrocketed. Today, police announced a big move to try to combat those problems. Officers arrested these two men who they're calling key dealers of the product known as K2. It was an undercover operation with the help of several different policing agencies. Fox 4's Deanna Zoga live with details on what exactly police found. Deanna.
Well, Steve, police say that they found baggies, they found amounts of K2 that they don't think are consistent with personal use. They say there's been an increase in overdose calls, especially concentrated in a downtown area. Dallas Fire Rescue has also noted some issues with K2, saying that they've had 192 K2-related calls from December 1st into January 7th, just a 5-week period. So Dallas says it sent in undercover officers to try and figure out what's behind it.
It really degenerates the quality of life down here. It makes the atmosphere unpleasant. It makes people frightened to be down here, and so it's a huge issue.
Councilman Philip Kingston, whose district includes downtown Dallas, has heard the complaints about an apparent epidemic of K2 use, especially among the homeless.
You'll see tons of 911 calls about K2.
It was one of the topics at a safety meeting Monday between police and those who live downtown. Police said they were aware of the issues surrounding K2, a blend of chemicals and plant material marketed as a synthetic version of marijuana.
And it's a complete misnomer. It has nothing to do with marijuana. It is various chemicals that cause violent behavior, causes self-destructive behavior, and causes assaultive behavior. Marijuana doesn't do any of those things. Marijuana basically causes mellowness.
But I call it the SBS, some bad stuff.
Dallas police in response launched an undercover operation and late Tuesday night made 2 arrests in a parking lot on Elm Street.
Police officers, we were able to identify some of the primary dealers who appear to be targeting youth and transient populations in the downtown area.
Court documents show officers arrested Martin Zamora with a backpack containing plastic baggies, a scale, and about 40 grams of K2. Zamora and another man, Dominick Harrell, are in jail in Dallas County, accused of delivery of a controlled substance. Police say they're seeking out others selling the cheap drug with unpredictable side effects.
Guys at home, in a garage, in a backyard, whatever, are spraying these chemicals on this leafy substance and packaging it. There is no consistency in the layers that are placed on it, which is where the dangers really get enhanced.
More on the 2 suspects now. Martin Zamora is from Grand Prairie. Dominick Harrell is from Pleasant Grove. They were both arrested late last night and around the same area, but police said they were not arrested together, meaning that these suspects were not working together. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Deanna, we've heard about this K2 problem in the downtown Dallas area specifically kind of since the first of the year. So have police just now been responding and targeting K2 dealers? Has that been going on for some time? What do we know? And about these suspects, too.
Right. Well, police say that they started really looking at these K2 issues recently here. Dallas police tell us that these may be their first felony arrests, these 2 arrests involving K2. Previously, they just noted that it was difficult to make these arrests and see these arrests through to prosecution because the specific chemical combinations had to be identified. Even in this case, the court paperwork documented in Zamora's case, I will note that Harrell's paperwork was not yet available today, but in Zamora's case, police write that they had to get a rush on lab testing to identify the suspected product as some version of K2, and that all factors into their ability to investigate these types of crimes. Back to you.
Okay. Complicated, but they're out there working. All right, Deanna Zoga at Dallas Police Headquarters, thank you.